Fnatic just creeping into the top 5 slowly but surely.
Yeah, it feels like we have 3 established. Oh, you can see the AR there as well. The plane dropping players across Erangel. A nice transition there, you can see match 13. But back to my original point here, Imperium, we have 3 clear top 3 teams at the moment. Soul, Entity, and then Synergy. Not in that order. Obviously, Entity currently in the lead. However, as you said, teams like Fnatic, Elementrix trying to creep up there towards top 5.
Definitely, and as we see the playing trajectory on this first game of Erangel, you can see it's heading towards military base. That's going to favor the likes of Fnatic and even trust the process, even though they're not really in the running to get into the top 5. I would love to see Fnatic drop into military base and grab hold of this map.
Yeah, another team out of the circle for now. You can see 1 team kill for them, actually removing the first player out of game 1 of the final day, or excuse me, game 13, but it's game 1 of today.
My God, the pressure these players must be feeling. You've got the first place prize, you've got that trophy, you've got that top 2 global final spots to play for, you've got the 3 preliminary final spots to play for, you've got the fan support behind you. When you're the likes of Fnatic, when you're the likes of Soul, that must be so hard to deal with and stay focused within these games, Alex.
Entity maybe looking for a crash here on top of the compound of Synergy. Instead, it looks like they're just going to be making their rotation into the circle.
And then looking at Soul, the fan favorites, Mortal, the leader, the 3.5 million YouTube subscriber hero of India. They're making their rotation from the west side of the map of the mainland, now going across into the circle. Yes, they're not hitting the main military island land yet, but it's giving them a good area where to get into it.
Oh, what a hindrance for Synergy as Servi goes out early, currently in 3rd position. However, losing a player this early on is going to be extremely difficult in the later game. Taking more damage as well as 0 degrees. Entity are trying to third party this exchange. But let's see, they're using the rock, using the crevice here of the terrain to try and basically only show a headshot angle to make it very difficult for the players from Entity to land shots, and it is.
And to be honest, that was actually a bad call for Synergy, because you got to tell, with that circle shift going towards the west, there was always going to be a cluster of teams on the east side of that map. And that was just a bit of a misplay coming out from that Synergy player. And I said Entity should rotate into the circle via the mainland. That's what they're doing. And let's see if they can catch the members of 0 degree out. You see Gatak with that DB28 and that scope ready to auto fire and pop those shots off.
Out in the open here potentially. He's going for the run. He's going for the leap behind cover. Manages to get there, and actually he's winning this exchange somehow. I'm not sure how he's landing these shots, but it seems perfect here as Nova down to 5 HP. Sangwan, though, going to be backing up his teammate. Down goes Vexy. Megastars are out in 5th, and now we're down to the top 4.
4 teams, Fnatic, Godlike, INS, and ETG Brawlers. ETG Brawlers still with the full squad, but you have INS, they're down a little bit low. Godlike are just avoiding the trouble for now as a 2-man team. But the rotation, the circle, it goes in the favor of INS, but they're low ground. Will they get called out?
ETG Brawlers have to try and get into the circle while Fnatic have this pivotal high-end position which they can shoot down on players rotating. Dax as well from Godlike, trying to see if he can get inside the circle and build his own compound with cars.
Dark has been knocked down. ETG Brawlers are technically down to 3 players. I don't know if that revive will come through. Joker keeping an eye on where ETG Brawlers are. They'll know with that knockdown that the rest of the team will be joining in, but Ronak rotating towards Godlike.
Someone from Fnatic has to make the play with the circle being in such a bad position for Fnatic. Someone has to, especially now as Paratosh is down. It's all really down to one of the players from Fnatic, that's Ronak. He is towards the left here of ETG Brawlers. Paratosh most likely going to perish as Ronak by the tree. He's still not quite yet in the circle, and he's going to try and shift in potentially, but even so, there's no cover here in this open ground. It feels like Brawlers, INS have the advantage.
Brawlers, INS definitely have the advantage, but we can't count out Godlike. He has an angle on Ronak. Kiki OP and Dax does have a good area of where they are. It's going to work out pretty good for Godlike if they can get the better of Ronak and shut Fnatic down.
This blue zone slowly starting to constrict these teams like a python as they slowly slither inside, hoping that they don't get caught as at this point in the game, the standings make such a big difference to their point scores overall. They need to try and survive, weather the storm, hope that other teams take each other out.
And INS are in 4th. You have Fnatic in 8th and ETG Brawlers in 10th. Those are 3 teams that are in the top 4 in this game alone. They're going to benefit immensely in the leaderboard.
Let's see then as the zone is about to meet and make its crescendo before we go into phase 8. But which team is it going to favor? In reality, it's between INS and ETG Brawlers.
What was really important for ETG Brawlers, Alex, was that they got that revive, so they keep that full squad up. They've got to use that man advantage, spread themselves out, but do they know how many players are on the other teams? That's the important thing coming into the end of this game.
Yeah, it's pretty much going 4, 3, 2, and 1. And 1 is now Ronak alone for Fnatic, and the zone comes in. And look at this for ETG Brawlers.
They can just hold out, wait out, just crawl their way into the circle. There's a couple of vehicles they can use as protection because they are a little bit low ground. The smokes start going out. They're making their positional move. They've only got 23 seconds until the circle starts closing in. Really good positional forward-thinking play from Brawlers towards the end of this game. Fnatic get eliminated in 4th. 3 teams left.
Fnatic out in 4th. As you said, 3 teams remaining. Godlike with 2, INS with 3, and Brawlers with the positional advantage, the man advantage as well. But Dax is trying to go for the run over potentially, but instead just runs into another vehicle and goes down himself. More players as well going to be eating up the action. Dax is down, with the players from ETG Brawlers is down as well. And now this fight slowly but surely getting more fair. Brawlers trying to revive their teammate as well. INS Joker just away in the tree line. Smokey as well is still alive. That grenade just in between both of those players. But look at this, Kiki just chilling, relaxing, and actually may have an angle on Smokey very, very shortly. But instead, INS win the duel. Now we're down to 2 teams. Brawlers versus INS, and here we go. It's going to be Dark. Inside the vehicle, tries to get the run over, doesn't quite land, and it seems like it went through his teeth. And instead he's inside the blue zone, taking so much damage, and he may actually perish. Oh, here it comes then, the crescendo. What we were waiting for is Joker with 1. But that's going to be it. ETG Brawlers take it exactly when they needed the chicken dinners. You can see the elation on their faces. Dark celebrating. It means so much to them.
ETG Brawlers, they were close. They'd had an improved day yesterday after a disappointing day 1 of the finals. And starting today's last 6 games with the chicken dinner. What an upset that's going to cause up on the leaderboard, because Soul didn't have a good game, Entity didn't have a good game, Synergy didn't have a good game.